I'm live and I'm eating my dinner. How about that? Oh, man. I gotta fix that thermometer too. Anyway, guys, how's it going? If you're in there, pop in. Wendy just made some homemade chili, so that's what I'm eating. And it's good. It's really good. Sorry, folks. I'm starving. It's out there splitting wood. That's hard work. And tomorrow, I'm going to be splitting wood all day. So, hey, Sam, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day out there. Hope you have good weather. Today was around 8 degrees Celsius here. Low temperature ended up being around 3 degrees. It's funny, when I left for work, it was around 3.9 and it went down to around 3 degrees. But when I got to work, it was frozen solid there. It's just an ice box. About 8.5. Hey, Camel, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having good weather there. Unlike Texas, those poor guys are probably going to be a lot of dead palm trees in Texas. Sam, 1 Fahrenheit. Wow. That's cool. Last freeze of the winter tomorrow. I'm hoping we're done too. I don't see any more. I'm looking at our long range forecast, and we may be done for winter now here too, as well. Yeah, I'll look in my weather book here, and I'll tell you when our last frost was. Hopefully our last frost. Rest of the week 60s. That's awesome. We were high 40s today and sunny. And I feel bad for people in Texas too. Okay, so on the fort, let's see. When was our last frost? 19th. It may be our last frost, not for sure. Okay, so the last time we fell below 0, 32, was February 14th, minus 0.1. Okay, so that possibly could be our last frost, is Valentine's Day. But we'll just have to wait and see. We could still get frost in March too. But anyway, excuse me, folks. I'm eating this chili. Wendy makes the best chili in the world. Eucalyptus firewood. A lot of people blame. There goes my connection. Bad connection. Got a B&B guest downstairs, and he might be on the internet. He's leaving tomorrow. Yeah, I heard some people died. I think a few dozen people died in Texas. Yeah, we don't get any. It's pretty rare to ever get a frost in April here. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever had a frost in April here. Yeah, it was a good day, Camel. I worked today, and then I got home, and then I split a bunch of wood. I'm going to be splitting wood tomorrow too. I have a lot of wood to split. There's because we got all those eucalyptus trees cut down, and then Wendy had Douglas fir cut down as well too. So we'll have to see what happens. I just ordered a new weather station because one of mine packed it in. I've been using the same weather one. Well, I have several weather stations, but my other weather station I have had for 30 years. If I go to Maui and I come back to Canada, we have to stay in a hotel for 3 days, and it's going to cost. I mean, we have to pay for the hotel and the test too. Weather's back to normal here in Calgary. Oh, that's good. Cool. Yeah, we're seasonal here now, pretty much. I think we should be 9, and we were 8 today, so we're pretty close. It's not bad at all. That is good chili. I wish I could share with you guys. Sorry, guys, I am starving, so that's why I'm eating in front of you. I apologize. Doing a live stream and stuffing my pie hole. It'd be better if it was banana cream pie, but hey. Sam, we got 5 inches total here. 5 inches of snow at this location, and the coldest temperature was minus 2.4 degrees Celsius. It's really good, Scotty. Wendy makes awesome chili. I heard Susie had chili today. Wendy said she had chili at the treehouse. They make good chili too. Really good chili. Heard there's like a wait to get in there. You said like an hour wait or something? That's crazy. But things take a little longer on Salt Spring. Vegan chili is good too. I'll eat anything. I'm not a vegan, but I will eat anything. If I go to someone's house and they're vegans and they're cooking vegan food, and I've done that before, I've eaten it. So far, we've got 15 inches in February. Sam, 11 right now. It's 7th snowy. Is that right, eh? Wow. 1 hour. Yeah, that's crazy, Scotty. I've never waited that long to get into the treehouse. But things on Salt Spring do take longer. So our snowfall here at this location was 5 inches total. And like I say, the coldest temperature I recorded was minus 2.4. The snow in our garden is gone now. There's some snow down in our ravine because it's cold down there. And of course, where they plowed it on the side of the road, you can see it. And then there's a little bit up along the front ridge, but it's melting fast now. We need more rain to get rid of it. So, but it hit us here in the islands and it basically missed Vancouver. And that's the way it often is. We can often get more snow than Vancouver, but it's milder here in the winter. The temperatures are milder. God, that's good. You're lucky, Camel. I'm jealous. Yes, now you want to be. Yeah, self-isolation. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be going to Maui. Cool. We got primroses out through the wintertime, Jason, and they're still in bloom. They bloom. They're a winter flower here, and they're blooming right now. Seems like a pretty bombing winter there. -2 winter. Yeah, I've seen it before. I think the mildest winter low I've seen here is about -1.5 or -1.7. Last year we were -5.1, and then the year before that we were -4 something. I think -4. Yeah. But a few miles north to get, yeah, Camel. Freezing rain is nasty stuff. Nasty. God, that's good. Wendy's got this. Look at this. She's got globs of freaking cheese on here. Sorry, guys. I totally apologize for this, but it is damn good chili. Do you guys like chili? I love it. I love homemade chili. Camel. That's one thing we never get here is freezing rain. There's no freezing rain ever on Salt Spring Island. I've never seen it. Where I used to live on the mainland, we used to get it. But out here in the islands, we don't get it. Do Jiffy Grow lights kill windmill pump? Because mine haven't come up yet. Jiffy Grow lights. Nope. Ours are sprouting like mad right now, Jason. And they should come up. The key is not to make the soil too wet. You got to have it evenly moist and warm. And room temperature. What's up? There was Duck Killer Clyde. How's it going? Did you go hunting today, Clyde? Or were you working? Sam, we got an ice storm in November. Leaves still on the trees. Oh, God, yeah. So many trees get broken with those ice storms. I remember one not too long before I moved here to Salt Spring Island. I moved here in the early 1990s, okay? And there was one at my last place, and it broke so many trees. Duck season over, turkey hasn't. Oh, oh yeah, your power was out. That's right, too. I forgot about that, Clyde. You guys had some ice or something there, didn't you? We have wild turkeys on Salt Spring Island. Do you know that? I got videos of them here. I shot a video of them not that long ago. There's a lot of fruit flies in the growing. Does that? Oh, fungus gnats will. Skeered flies will get into the seed there, Jason, and they'll eat the endosperm out of the seed, right? They'll bore into it, the little worms. Do you think Jubea? It is starting to, Chaser. It's actually it's starting to, but you got to remember, it's growing in a really bad location under big fir trees. There are Jubea on our coast with trunks, but that one there is growing particularly slow just because of the very poor. It's a mild location, but it's a poor location under the big fir trees. There's a lot of roots around it, competition with 100-foot fir trees. So yeah, trunk on it right now is about like this, but the actual smooth part is about, I think it's about like that much. It's big, smooth. What's the warmest temp you got this winter? No, we don't get any 75s here. We're too far north. I think about maybe 14 degrees Celsius, so 58. I'm guessing 58 degrees, something like that. But you got to remember our latitude. We're 48 degrees, so warm doesn't happen here in the wintertime. Will never be a warm day compared to the south this far north. It will be warmer than the rest of Canada. Got up to 47. Yeah, we were about that here today too, Sam. Sam, 56, 58. F is warm. It's not bad. I mean, you got to think of our latitude. Camel, we're pretty far north. I mean, 48 degrees latitude is probably farther north than most people on here. I know we got Jason in Alberta. He's farther north than us. But oh yeah, and Dave up in Prince George. He's really far north too. I think he said he's 55, 54, maybe 54 north, something like that. He's way up there. So I just want to let you guys know, nothing in our garden was damaged by the cold we had. I'd say 35 is 35. Well, yeah, today I was like overheating out there. I was wearing my Stanfield and my windbreaker jacket. I worked outside all day today. We were planing park benches, and we set up the planer outside because it was so nice and sunny, and it was just beautiful. Jason, like little fruit layer everywhere in the grow. Oh, that's bad. What type of soil did you use? Hopefully you use sterilized growing medium. Never, ever use garden soil to start your seeds inside. Never do that. That's the worst thing you can ever do. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, compost is really bad for starting seeds in the house because you're going to get fungus gnats or you're going to get scared flies in it. And those flies, in order to produce, they're laying eggs in there. And those little things, I've seen them eat out the endosperm of the seeds. They'll bore into the seeds. You should never use compost to start your seeds. Never. Use a specialized growing medium for seeds, which is sterilized. It has perlite or vermiculite in it. I use Sunshine Mix 4 or Pro Mix HP. And it's basically peat moss because seeds don't need nutrients to germinate, okay? They don't need compost. They don't need garden soil. And there's a lot of bad bacteria in compost, in garden soil. And if there's eggs in there and you bring it into a warm environment, they're going to hatch out and you're going to have flies coming out everywhere in your house. So don't use that. You should be using a special seed starter growing medium. Otherwise, your seeds are going to be toast. What type of plant is it, Camel? What type of palm? I'm just about done. Date palm. Why does the top part of the root is dry while the rest of that's okay. I've seen that happen before. As long as the bottom part of the root is moistened in the ground. Oh, yeah, I did have a beer, Scotty. I did actually have a honey lager. I had a honey lager before I actually had the chili. And man, I love chili. This is so good. This one's actually beef chili. I put hot sauce on it. I put that stuff on everything. Like I love Frank's hot sauce. So I load up the chili with Frank's hot sauce. And I was starving. So last time I ate was high noon. And like I say, I was busy when I got home from work and I burnt off a bunch of energy splitting firewood and I got even hungrier. Beer and yes, I agree, Scotty. Chili and beer, great combo. And especially in the wintertime. I mean, don't you love hot chili on a cool winter night? I mean, it's not that cool out there, but on a winter night, you know what I mean? It's really good. And then she gave me some, you know what else is good is garlic bread. You get garlic bread and she just made bread and loaded up with butter. Just about done. And you know when I'm finished this live stream, I'm definitely gonna have some more. Okay, I'm done, guys. I can get this bowl out of my face. Oh God, that's so good. Okay, now I was going to say that there's a imposter that's created a channel like mine, and I reported them to YouTube. I actually had a chat with YouTube last night, and the channel is called Gulf Island Palm Trees. Okay, I know who the person is. Talk about messed up in the head. So they're using my avatar. So my picture is the thumbnail. They've ripped off my videos. They got about 6 of my videos on there. It's all my content. And across the header of the channel is all my pictures. So they've stolen my content. They've stolen my app. Yeah, exactly, Sam. So I actually I chatted last night with somebody at YouTube. I was so upset. I'm mad. Like I'm really choked, right? That somebody would do that. I'd like to take that person and just wrap my meat hooks around their and just squeeze them as hard as I could. Actually, that'd make a good video. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I told them to look into it, and I want that video taken down because I've asked them on all their videos to take my content off, and they haven't done it yet. And they seem to have added more videos. Right? Just it's weird that they would do that. So look at the channel. It's called Gulf Island Palm Trees. Make sure you give it a thumbs down. If you want to report it, you could too, I guess. Anyway, I reported every single video. I flagged the channel, and that's like copyright infringement. Like they've ripped everything off of mine. So they've put 6 on there now. And it looks like the channel started, I think, in April 2020. It's like, that's pretty tacky, isn't it? Don't you think? Can't even make up their own content. It's going good, HS. How you doing? That's probably being called you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it definitely is, Sam. There's no doubt about it. Going good, HS. I hope you're doing well, too. Yeah, but I remember seeing property in West Van, possibly waterfront, online wicked tree for a bunch. Oh, that's my friend Rudy's son. That's Kerry Pinkowski. He's I know the property well. Matter of fact, Rudy's in my Facebook group. Rudy and I are good friends. I've known Rudy for over 30 years. Since the 1980s, I've known Rudy. I've been up to his place too. So that's his son Kerry's place. And huge palm trees, big tree ferns, huge yucca gloriosa growing there. Yeah, HS, the channel, somebody ripped off some of my videos, and they've ripped off my avatar they're using on their channel, pretending to be me. They're pretending to be me. And the channel is called Gulf Island Palm Trees. You look it up and see what, yeah, see. It is insane. It's very mild there, Chaser 348. Extremely mild, Zone 9A part of Vancouver, right? And yeah, there's big tree ferns growing in Vancouver as well. There's big ones growing around the buildings downtown Vancouver. They've been there probably 20 years or so. And they do very well. So anyway, HS, I did report that. Overlooking West Van, possibly a bunch of exotic. Yeah, there's so many palm trees in Vancouver. I know where all the big palm trees grow, Chaser. There's some big ones in Burnaby too. Yeah, HS, I did. Like I said, I actually spoke to somebody at YouTube. I chatted with them. I chatted with them for probably 20 minutes and told them how upset I was. Like I'm mad, right? Not like crying upset. I'm mad upset. So anyway, I said I want that stuff taken down now. And I didn't block them, that channel. I did comment on their videos, and I just said you better take the stuff down. And it seems like they've added more videos. So it's just really weird to me. Somebody that does something like that is very, very strange. Anyway, Chaser, yeah, there's lots of cool properties when you drive around Vancouver, and I have videos of them here on my channel. There's so many palm trees in Vancouver. Wish you could, but all of Salt Spring. A clean canvas. Yeah. Well, when I moved here, this was a clean canvas, this place. Maybe they'll delete the main channel with it. I hope so, Camel. They need to. They need to. Like, something has to be done. Apparently, that person has about 30 fake channels. Isn't that crazy? Like 30 channels. Yeah. Sam, bye. Are you heading out? Okay, see you later, Sam. Did you say, are you going now? Oh, that means buy. That means to buy something. I think seeds are dead now. Yeah, you used compost, Jason. You need to use a seed starter mix. My seeds are coming up like crazy that I sowed. And I'll have to shoot a video of them and show you what they look like coming up. There, I use Sunshine Mix 4. There's not one fly. There's no bugs in the soil. Compost is absolutely the worst thing you can use to germinate palm seeds. It is a really bad thing because, like I said, when you bring it inside to a warm environment in the winter, there are eggs in there, and those eggs will hatch. You're going to get nematodes, and some of them will bore into the seeds and eat the endosperm out of the seeds and hollow them out. And you're going to get flies floating around everywhere too. So yeah, don't use those. Not leaving accidentally type buy, but all Salt Spring. I meant buy Salt Spring. First, I wish I could. It's only 45,000 acres. I'd have to have a lot of money. Yep, exactly, Scotty. Compost is full of living stuff, and compost belongs out in the garden and not inside the house, man. Derooted one. Compost. It derooted one of my best. What did, Camel? What derooted one of your palms? Was it a? They were flying out of my. Oh yeah, yeah. No, Jason. Yeah. Next time when you start seeds, use like I say, ask the nursery for a seed starter mix. Oh, fungus gnats. Oh, yeah, they're a pain in the butt. Those things. I'm pretty fortunate. I really don't have them in the greenhouse. Our greenhouse is full of tree frogs. Okay, there's tree frogs in there all the time. But like I say, I buy bales of Sunshine Mix 4 or Pro Mix HP, and there is no fungus gnats and that stuff. And that's all you need to start seeds with. You do not need compost, and you do not need soil. Okay, when I transplant them, and when they go outside, so when I transplant the seedlings, I'll use topsoil and Pro Mix HP. Ate the root off a seedling. Oh, that's too bad, Camel. What a pain. Don't you hate pests? Here we have deer. In the garden, our pest is deer and rabbits. And we never used to have rabbits until about maybe 10 years ago. And this crazy lady, she rescued all these rabbits and she let them go. She moved away and they're all over the island. They won't eat the other plants, but Jason, they're not good to lay eggs in there. Hello, Mackenzie. How's it going? How is life in the beautiful state of Oregon? One of my favorite states, besides Hawaii. Oh, cool. Well, we need Mackenzie here on Salt Spring Island to shoot some of the rabbits we have running around here. And I haven't seen one for a while. And of course, I'm driving to work today. I see a dead one on the road. I'll try to keep the deer up here. They love. Oh, that's good. Yeah, keep the deer up there. Well, after the guys dropped the eucalyptus tree and the big cedar tree on the fence back there last Friday, Scotty, I got home and I was busy with the chainsaw trying to get the fence from under all the tree and debris on it. So I spent a couple hours and I put the fence back up. You got to visit Hawaii, man. Yeah, it's awesome. Camel, you'd love it. That link is messed up. Chaser 348. Hello, Betty. How's it going? Hope all is well in Oregon. Hey, what do they call Oregon? Is it like the evergreen state is Washington? What is Oregon? What is the name and what is the tree or the flower for Oregon? I gotta come check that out. Yeah, you gotta. Oh man, it looks different now, Scotty. There's just no eucalyptus tree, one big eucalyptus tree left. Sorry, hanging over the greenhouse. The mice were making a mess in there too, but I think I've caught them. The beaver state, cool. Is it really? I think that's pretty awesome. There was mice actually in Wendy's car, and she's caught 2 of them now. The beaver state, I like that. Flower is Oregon grape. Oh, cool. Hey, we have those here too. Tree is Douglas fir. Oh, okay. I was splitting Douglas fir wood today. Awesome. Oregon is an awesome state, man. Animal is the beaver. Cool. That's awesome. We got a lot of those here too, and they can be real pests. So it's Douglas fir, eh? That's really cool. Bird is western meadowlark. Hey, can you eat that? Just kidding. I know you can't eat the meadowlark. Well, maybe you can eat a meadowlark. I know you can eat mourning dove. Western meadowlark. Cool. Thanks for the info. Clyde, do you have hibiscus? No, we have hibiscus Rose of Sharon. We have those ones. We have a lot of them in the garden. February 4th, 1859. Wow. Is that right, eh? 1859. February 14th, 1859. That is so cool, Clyde. Yeah, Wendy's got a bunch of hibiscus in the garden. They're deciduous and they're hardy. I mean, you can probably grow those things in Ontario. Anything that grows in Ontario is really hardy, right? 1859. God, when did BC become a province? I should know that. I don't know. I got to Google it now. Let's see. 1871. 1871. So Oregon is older than BC. Yeah, I know, Jason. I know that. I know the plant. There's one called Confederate Rose is really nice too. They grow them around here. I actually have videos of them. They're beautiful flowers. Some of them have big red flowers on them. They look super tropical. Oregon Trail is the official video game of. Is it really? That's cool. Right on. March 1st, 1803, Ohio. Wow. So we're 1871. The first settlers came to Salt Spring in the 1850s. That's crazy, eh? 1850s. It was around 1859. I think the first settlers came to Salt Spring Island, 1859. So when Oregon became a state, that's when the first people landed on Salt Spring Island. They were blacks, and then Hawaiians came later, but it was blacks, and then some people from Europe, and then the Hawaiians. Very interesting. Blacks from Missouri that made their way over to California and then came up to Salt Spring Island. So we do have a lot of roads here on Salt Spring named after the original settlers, which were blacks and Hawaiians. Yes, blacks escaping, slavery. That's right. They bought their way out of slavery. They went from Missouri to California and then up to Salt Spring Island. So Stark, I think Charlesworth was a black. Some of the roads, like I say, there's more roads named after him. There's lots of Hawaiian roads too. Lumley, Taihaunee, Palaway, Kanaka, Roland. So those are some of the Hawaiian roads here on Salt Spring Island. A lot of history. Lots of history on the rock. So anyway, it's always nice to learn about history, different places, right? So, and I know the States is really old. You get over to the East Coast of the United States, like you get into the New England states, like New Hampshire, and some of those places, Massachusetts, Connecticut, super old. Yeah, so it does have a lot of really cool history here. And I mean, if you compare it to Europe, it's not that old. But I mean, for the West, it's pretty old, right? You know what I mean? And then there's still some old buildings here, like some original old houses. The White House that you pass on North End Road, Scott, when you drive down North End Road before you get to Central on the left-hand side, the nice old white house just before St. Mark's Church. So St. Mark's Church was built around 1897, I think, something like that, 1896. And that house was built before that, and it used to be Stephen's boarding house. I don't know what it tastes like. I've never eaten one, Jason. But that used to be a boarding house, Scotty, back in the day when visitors would come to Salt Spring Island back in the 1800s, and it'd be $1 a day to stay at the Stevens boarding house. And then the Cunninghams bought it many, many years ago. So it's the Cunninghams that own it now. And there's actually a palm tree behind that house. There's one of my palm trees behind that house I sold to Jane Cunningham, which is Jane Lizot now. I sold that to her quite a few years ago when it was quite small. I sold her a bunch of palm trees, and I can see it growing in the garden behind the house. So if you look, you'll see a palm tree behind that old house. It's a pretty cool old house. I've been in it before years ago. Do you know when the first palm was planted? Yes, probably around 1965. About 1965, and then 68, and then 70. Yeah, I know where they are. They're still there. Yeah, all the palms are still, all the original palm trees are still here. There's been palm trees cut down over the years too. So yeah, Scotty, that's pretty cool old place. Can you build teepee structures over palms? You'd need more than that. You'd need a lot more than Christmas lights in Zone 4, though. You'd have to box them in, Jason, and with an insulated box like they do in Ontario, and you'd have to use a thermal cube. And yeah, possibly Christmas lights, and you pray that the power never goes out when it gets too cold. But you're going to have to build in a plywood box. You could prefab one. Look at palms growing in Ontario and see what they do. Can you get rid of Bigfoot Squad? Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Hey, Duck Killer Clyde, they've impersonated my channel. So there's a channel out there called Gulf Island Palm Trees. You got to check it out. Okay, Clyde. The channel is called Gulf Island Palm Trees, and I just made aware of this by Sandor a few days ago. Gulf Island Palm Trees. They're using my avatar, they're using my picture, and they're using our pictures across the top, and they've used every one of my videos they have on there. They have 6 videos now, and they're all my videos. It's nuts. My parents couldn't afford that protection method. Yeah, because that's what you'd have to do. I mean, you could try with Christmas lights in a teepee, but Zone 4 gets pretty cold. I checked, it's not there. Oh, it's not. Yes, Duck Killer Clyde. I talked to YouTube last night. I chatted with a girl her name was Marianne. or Maxine. And I chatted with Maxine for about 20 minutes, and she says she's going to look into it. And yeah, I said, please take it down. So they took it down. Then awesome. Jason, yeah, James Palms. Yeah, James Palms. James is a good guy. Check out James Palms. Might be deleted. Only your channel shows up when I look at Gulf Island. Oh, that's not my channel. Really? Gulf Island palm trees. Really? Because they have one. The channel might be deleted. Only your channel shows up when I. Well, they called their channel Gulf Island Palm Trees, and they got my picture on there, which is not my channel. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what you're seeing. That is not our channel. Wendy has Gulf Island Rock. I have Jungle Joe C and Banana JSSI. That's it. TP me with 5 layers of burlap and wood stick. You know what, Jason? You could try it. You could give it a try. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt. Wonder how the less hardy. Chaser, I'm having a bad feeling about the palm trees in Texas. I think only the hardiness, the frost beaters are going to survive, right? The sables, trachycarpus, and needle palms, but a lot of the other ones might be toast, or really badly beat up. When I look up Gulf Island palm tree, only channel shows up what I am. When I look up Gulf Island and palm trees, only this channel shows up. Yeah, so I'm going to look it up right now and see. Let's see here. You know what? They might have taken it down. Yeah, they may have taken it down. I don't see it on there anymore, Sam. Good. I'm not seeing that channel show up anymore. So looks like YouTube did their job. Sweet. Hey, Palms USA, how's it going, man? So looks like they took down the fake channel. Route for the night, Joe. It's getting late. Hey, good to see you in there, Clyde. Stay safe, buddy. Say hi to Betty. Say hi to your daughter, Mackenzie. And always good to have you in there, man. Have you bought a field growing windmill palms? Not me. I don't need to buy palm trees. I have a nursery here, Jason. I grow them by the thousands. That's one thing I never buy is a windmill palm tree. Never. And there's lots of nurseries here to buy palm trees. We don't need to buy stuff from back east. We have lots. Every nursery here sells palm trees, right? Wait, what happened? There was an impersonator, Palms USA. They made a channel, my avatar, and they called it Gulf Island Palm Trees. And they used pictures of Wendy along the top as the header pic. And the avatar is my avatar. It's me. So anyway, see you later, alligator. See you, Duck Killer Clyde. Take care, man. And jump in there anytime. And remember, next weekend, or is it next weekend? The last Saturday of the month is the draw. So stay tuned, buddy. Yeah, so they took 6 of my videos, Sam. Some of them were old. One of them was 10 years old. Some of them were newer ones. And anyway, so I flagged it and I complained to YouTube, and I actually got to chat. I actually did a live chat with a girl named Maxine, and Maxine said, "Yep, she's going to look into it and try to get rid of it." So it needs to get, if it's a fake channel, she's going to get rid of it. So she looks like she did. Yeah, see you later, man. I'm trying to get a windmill palm from that, but the shipping $400. Oh my God, that is so much money. Holy cow! Wow. The problem is, and I have nothing against Niagara Tropics, but I think his palms must come in from the south somewhere, because you got to watch that too. When you buy palms that come in from Florida or the deep south, they're definitely not as hardy. They're definitely not as cold hardy, right? You're better to buy something that's locally grown if you can, maybe from the coast of British Columbia. This is the only place where you're going to have a palm nursery. There's 2 palm nurseries on Salt Spring Island. There's me, and I've been here the longest growing palms at our nursery. And then there's a guy on the south end, a friend of mine, and I've sold him a lot of palm trees, and he field grows them. And he's been field growing them for a long time. So he's got a field full of palm trees, and you can go down there and dig them out. They're not cheap. They're about $100 a trunk foot, but you got to dig them out, and then he'll move them. Are you trying to advertise yourself? I don't need to. It's just on the internet. I think people know where to find me. I ship seeds, and I ship seeds out weekly, and I do sell on eBay, but people here know where to find me. I'm easy to find on Salt Spring Island. I get people messaging me all the time. I want to buy some palms. I want to buy some palms. I says, well, our nursery's open up in the spring again, and the local grocery store sells our palm trees. The nurseries, all the palm trees up at Fraser's are mine as well. So, but Jason, get some seedlings and grow them. Yeah, they're easy to grow. I did sell him some seeds, but unfortunately, Jason used compost. And you know what, Jason? Wait till spring, and I will ship seedlings in the spring, because here it's mild, but there it still could get cold, and I do not ship any palm seedlings in the wintertime. I did that once to Mike Page. I shipped him a bunch of 1-gallon plants to Montreal, and guess what happened? Because they go by transit truck, they froze and they were all dead by the time they got there. So it's the last time I ever ship them in the winter. Hey, Logan, how's it going, buddy? And you know what, Jason? They're 50 cents each. I sell my seedlings for 50 cents each. I totally cop some seeds if I didn't love it. I totally cop some seeds if I didn't. They live in Ottawa. Yeah, I've shipped. You know what? I ship a ton of seeds and palms to Ontario. I've shipped so many. I'm going to say thousands of seeds to Ontario over the years. Okay. And there's people in Ontario that grow palm trees, but you do have to box them in. Yeah, no, we have lots of seeds, Jason. There's not a big deal. We got a ton of seeds, and we have thousands and thousands of palm seedlings. Okay, so once April comes and you think you're not going to get any more deep freezes, let me know. And we do have, if you're interested, we have Trachycarpus hybrid seedlings. They're 1-year-old seedlings, and we have Trachycarpus fortunei. Like I say, I sell them for 50 cents each. We have Sable minor and Sable brazoria, Sable cross brazoriensis. Those are $1 a piece. But yeah, and then we also have a bunch that have just come up in the baggie too. There's must be hundreds of them in there. Blue Sable minor. Where can you get Pro Mix from? Try Home Depot. Home Depot will also have Sunshine Mix 4. You know what? You just use Sunshine Mix 4, Jason. Home Depot. I mean, that's where I get it. It's cheapest, and it's a bale. I mean, I buy by the bale because I grow a lot of seeds, right? So it's around, I guess it's about $30 a bale. Not even remotely in Ottawa where true blue coconut. Yeah, there are people that actually grow bananas there, though. I got a friend named Mark Lattisewer Chaser that lives in Ottawa, and he's grown bananas for years, and you should see what he does to grow these things. So he mulches them. He cuts them down, and then he puts straw or leaves over them really thick, like probably 3 or 4 zones worth of protection, and then it's a tarp over top of it. They're close to his house, and this guy grows some crazy huge bananas. Where's the field place for windmills? It's on the south end of Salt Spring Island, but they're not going to be cheap, right? And the thing is, you'd still have to get it shipped there, and shipping would cost you probably $400 or $500, so it wouldn't be worth it. Jason, every nursery here sells palm trees. They are super common. Home Depot sells palm trees. It's just like they're a dime a dozen Trachycarpus palms. I mean, they're still expensive, but I shouldn't say a dime a dozen, but they're everywhere. They're just super common. Super common plant. I mean, everywhere you look, you see them in people's gardens on the coast here, right? They're just like, it's cool to see them, but they're everywhere. They are everywhere. It's like a very common landscape plant. Would a banana die if you? Depends if the ground froze. So, I wonder if the ground froze deep, it probably would. If not, then no. I'd love to see it. It seems like a hell of a lot of work, though. What's that? The nursery? The Chaser, the palm nursery? You should see ours. Well, I have videos of ours. I actually have a video of that palm nursery covered in snow from years ago. I shot it about a decade ago. You're looking for a 6 to 10 foot high, then you're going to pay for the palm. You're going to pay probably about $600 for a 6-footer. $600 for a 6-footer, maybe 700. I'll say 700. 10 feet of trunk, you're going to pay over. They're $100 a trunk foot, over $100 a trunk foot. Oh, there's a here, and the 10-foot is in my Facebook group, people who love palm trees. And so his garden doesn't look really like much in the wintertime because it's so cold, but in the summertime, it looks pretty awesome because he's always posting pictures. I think Mark's been here before. I think Mark actually came to our garden years ago and visited. I've had people from all over the world, YouTube and Facebook, come and visit our garden. And I think Mark was actually one of them. If I remember, it was probably maybe 15 years ago or so. Mark came to our garden. I'd have to ask him about that, but it does ring a bell. I kind of lose track of people who've been here, come to visit Salt Spring, and I've met a lot of people from YouTube and a ton of people from Facebook, which is kind of neat. And maybe and Scotty I've known for decades. Scotty's my neighbor now, and we used to work out together back in the '80s, back in the mid '80s, and I've known Scotty since the early '80s, right? So Scotty's a longtime friend and a local guy. He's from just over on the mainland, just across the pond. He lived right on the ocean in a town called Tawasin, a very palmy town. Niagara is selling 10-foot field-grown windmills for $150. Unbelievable. 10-foot field grown. That is hard to believe. They must be from the States. He must have got them really cheap. Really, really cheap. They're probably the really skinny trunk ones. I've been building an igloo in my front yard. Have you really? Logan, that's cool. And loving it. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take much to Spring Island. It's a pretty cool island. He's building $150 for a 10-foot palm tree. You better tell him to send a picture of the palm tree. Hey, Jason, tell him to send a picture of that palm tree and post it on People Who Love Palm Trees. I want to see what a 10-foot palm tree looks like for $150. Is it like 4 feet, 3 feet of trunk and long, stretchy fronds on it? Or is it super skinny with a tiny root ball? I have 6-foot pile of snow built up from shoveling the driveway. Well, there's still a lot of snow, Sam, in areas on Salt Spring Island. I was working, Scotty, I think it is field grown from Florida, and it will have a really minimal root ball, hardly any fronds at top, and super pen. So, there's some areas on Salt Spring with zero snow at all. Down on Fernwood, Walker's Hook, that's all gone. I was working out at Scott Point yesterday. There's no snow out there. Maracaibo, there's no snow out there. I was taking a park bench out down by the waters, like, nothing out there. No. In our garden the snow is gone, but there is some down in the ravine. Definitely down in the ravine, there's some snow, and you can see it along the edge of the road where they've plowed it. But down we're in our palm garden stuff, it's all gone now. It's melted, but the ravine's a lot colder, so it kind of lingers there for a little bit. It's melting. I mean, you can see all the grass is sticking up through it, but there's patches of it down there. Yeah. So, but like I say, there's certain areas of the island that just got a little bit of snow, and it's gone fast. Those are the really mild growing areas. Go down to Old Scott Road, and you get down to Scott Point, Maracaibo, and places right near the water. If you go down to Fernwood, like Walker's Hook and North Beach, I think a lot of the snow's gone down there too. Right, Scotty? Didn't you go down to Fernwood today? Were you down there today? There's probably not a lot of snow down there. It's probably all gone, isn't it? I bet it melts down there really fast, and they don't usually get as much either. Yeah, I have a 6-foot pile of snow built up. Yeah, yeah. Well, we don't get snow drifts here or anything, so that's a good. It just gets. You'll see piles of it where they've shoveled driveways. They are amazing. I tell you what. I went to work this morning and it was a flipping ice box. I could not believe it. I was actually shocked. I get to work. What time was it? Around 6:30 when I got to work. 6:30 a.m. And when I left here, it was 3.9 degrees Celsius, and I get to Portlock about 8.5 K south of here, and the parking lot was a skating rink. My Parks truck was frozen. The door was frozen shut. I'm thinking, what? That's why I shot a video. You can watch my video here. Oh, she was there yesterday. Okay, yeah. So there should be no snow down there in that area. It goes really fast. If you go up to our mountains or you get into the Cranberry Valley, I was down on the south end a couple days ago, and they had a lot of snow in some places there. But yeah, there's so many microclimates on Salt Spring Island, right? I saw a company on eBay that grows and sells kinds of palms and all. No way, really? I wonder what they are. Must be needle palm and sable minor, no doubt, eh? I mean, there are needle palms and there are sable minor growing in the Buckeye State. And I've seen a couple of needle palms growing in the Buckeye State, and they're actually quite nice. A guy used to post pictures of them. I think his name was Robert, and he would post them on People Who Love Palm Trees and the group I have on Facebook, and they were very impressive. And apparently somebody removed them. They were growing at a restaurant out in the garden, and they were pretty good-sized needle palms. Now, for those of you who don't know palms very well, needle palm, Rhipidophyllum hystrix, is the most cold-tolerant palm tree on the face of the earth. And if you ever get a chance to buy one, get one. If you get a chance to pick one up, buy one and plant it in your garden. They these boxwoods, and unfortunately those boxwoods are being transplanted to our garden because Wendy likes boxwoods. And now I look out there and I'm seeing more boxwoods, thanks Scotty, which could be palm trees. Wendy loves boxwoods. It's like I don't see anything interesting about a boxwood unless maybe Edward Scissorhands has been playing with it. You know what I mean? Does Niagara Tropics have a field in Ontario? No, they don't. You could never field grow palm trees anywhere in Ontario. You can never field grow palm trees anywhere east of the Pacific coast of Canada. That's just the way it is. There's no palm trees growing unprotected with no winter protection anywhere east of the coast. When is the best time to plant a needle? I'd say in the spring, Logan. Spring and summer is a good time to plant. Hey, Logan, did you get the package yet? Did you get the package I sent you? Please tell me it came. I mean, it's crazy. I was at the post office the other day and I told them about you. I said, I sent somebody a package that lives in Kentucky, and he still has not got this package yet. She says, because they messed around with the mail system in the US, something to do when the president was doing his thing. And he says, everything is taking longer to get to where it's going. So, Logan, did you get the package yet? Please tell me it has arrived. No way. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's just ridiculous. That is just so ridiculous. And that's what the lady at the post office said. So let's give it another week. Okay, Logan, let's give it another week. And when it doesn't arrive in another week, I'm going to send you another package because I'm actually upset about that. That really bothers me. Like, because I sell stuff on eBay and, it's taking longer to get to people too. And I actually had to put that on my eBay due to what's going on in the planet right now. Things are taking longer, but they said this was due to the election. They messed around with the postal service stuff. So anyway, that is insane. He'll win the February draw. Can you imagine? Watch him win the February draw again. Anyway, I got to get your address again too. So you message me, bananajoe@telus.net, and give me your address again because I delete all my messages because I got to clean up my inbox. So it's somewhere in the junk mail. So you send me your address again. And I think I sent you some seeds. And I sent you a Salt Spring sticker. I think something like that. Anyway, yeah. And we have dangerous ice and snow here similar to. Oh, you do? Oh, wow. Crazy. Wow. Yeah, Texas, man. I feel sorry for those people. They're just not used to that cold. But it can get cold in Dallas every so often. I wonder how that big Jubea is doing in Dallas. What do you think, guys? Do you think that Jubea survived? There's a huge 40-foot tall Jubea growing in Dallas, Texas. It was transplanted there, and I've known about it for years, but you think that thing would have survived minus 17 degrees Celsius? I think it actually hit, somebody told me it hit minus 1 degree Fahrenheit there. I heard minus 17 degrees Celsius. And I shot a couple of videos of the temperatures because I asked Google, I said, hey, what's the temperature in Texas this morning? -2 in Dallas. Oh, God. That is so cold, man. That is like palm killing cold for butillas and a lot of palms. I hope you can get one too, Jason. That would be awesome. 120 car pileup. Logan, where's that, in the Bluegrass State? Is that where you live, or is it in Texas? Unreal. That's a lot. Wow. They just, people that far south cannot deal with snow and ice and freezing temperatures. I heard one guy actually froze to death in his house in his recliner because the power was out. He didn't have any heat, and his wife was suffering hypothermia. And we cope with it this far north. We're up in the Great White North here, so but -2 Fahrenheit is really cold for our island too. That would freeze people's water pipes. -2 Fahrenheit would kill a lot of the vegetation here on Salt Spring Island. I think it would kill probably the arbutus trees. Wow. It's 6 people, Logan? That's terrible. That's sad. John Bennett, -21. The other greenhouse kept down. Plus. Oh, cool, John. Awesome. Well, you know how I heat my greenhouse, right? You've probably seen videos of it. I heat it with a strand of C9 Christmas lights, and I got dual fans going all the time. And I just shut the vents. And when the temperature drops a couple degrees below zero, or 1 degree, even 1 degree below 0 Celsius, I put those Christmas lights on. And I had them on for the coldest time, and they do good. Hey, Palmy Pal. Hey. Good to see you in there. Dallas got colder than I have gotten. Yeah, that's crazy. Because what happens? That cold weather comes straight down out of Canada, right down through the out of the prairies, from the Arctic, right down prairies through the Midwest, and then straight down into Texas. And there's no mountains to stop it. You see, here on the west coast of Canada, here on the Pacific coast of Canada, we have the Coast Range, we have the Rocky Mountains to the east, and we also have a lot of mountains around us. And the only cold air we get comes from Alaska. I didn't get a notification for this. Oh, no, you're not late. You're better late than never. Hi, Jane. Aloha. Good to see you in there, Jane. How is everything in Hawaii? I'm guessing. Okay, let me guess. In Hawaii right now, it's 5:20 and it's about 80 degrees out, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh God, I'd like to be in Hawaii right now. I would love to be in Hawaii. Am I close, Jane? Is it 80 degrees in Hawaii? It's got to be. It's supposed to get quite a bit warmer March. 79. Ha, it's close, Jane. It's supposed to be get quite a bit warmer. Oh, cool. Yeah, and it would, Logan, because you're quite far south. Also, why the East Coast is much warmer because of mountains. Interesting. It stops the cold from coming in. Interesting. Yeah, and we have the ocean too here, right? We have the Pacific Ocean too, so it really regulates our air temperatures, the Pacific Ocean. So there's no extremes here on the Gulf Islands. Like I said, the coldest temperature I recorded was 27.6 Fahrenheit. It is going by pretty fast, Logan. You're right. It is. And I hope, well, I was hoping to be better than 2021. Is it better than 2020? Is 2021 better than 2020? I don't know. I don't know if I'll be going to Maui this year, so maybe it's not as good as it was in 2019, that's for sure, because 2019 I was on Maui. Joe, did you see the nice pink Saracena I posted on Instagram? I did. Yeah, that was awesome. Our Saracenas are outside and they're doing fine. Yeah, there's no lockdowns here, HS. No lockdowns. We never had any. We love to share some of our Arctic air. No, we don't want any of the Arctic air chaser. No, thank you. And the thing is, living out here in the islands, it's even better because we're more regulated by the ocean because we have more ocean around us and less land on this small island. Greenhouse 7x12 ceramic. Okay, cool. Does the trick. Okay, great, good, John. I have an 8x12 glass greenhouse. Did you see the biz? I saw the Bismarckia. Was that? Oh, just a minute. Was it on people? Because somebody else posted a Bismarckia, Jane. It was for sale in a pot. Was that yours, or did you post a bigger one? Because I just commented on one that somebody posted, and it was in a pot, and they wanted an outrageous amount of money for it. So, did you post the one? Where did you post the one? Is it the one growing down on Kuhio and Seaside? There's two of them there, three of them. Scotty, I'm heading out for a hot tub tomorrow, Scotty. I will because I'm going to be chopping a lot of wood tomorrow. So if I got time after chopping wood, I'll pop up. I got a couple of cords to split. I got to get it out of our driveway. The front driveway is full of eucalyptus, and all in front of the B&B is full of eucalyptus, and in the lower garden is full of eucalyptus and Douglas fir. It's just like I got to get it out of there. So I will. I'll try my best to get up there tomorrow. Anyway, enjoy the hot tub. Awesome. It's crazy how bright that one is. Chaser. Palmy Pal. Awesome. It's crazy how bright our southwest coast is. Our Miami. Yeah, that's cool. Miami's a nice place to be right now, isn't it, in the wintertime, Chaser? I am thinking about planting some Washingtonia this spring, but I can't. And make sure to protect them, Logan. Make sure to protect them. Hey, Jane, where did you post that? Where did you post that Bismarckia? It's Bismarckia down the street. Oh, okay. Cool. I have seen one in Kapahulu, I'm sure. I've seen a Bismarckia down one of the side streets there because I walked down some of the neighborhoods in Kapahulu. 74 in Miami and 79 where Jane is on the island of Oahu. Oh, I love Oahu. I love the island of Oahu and I love the island of Maui. I haven't been to any of the other islands yet, so I'm going to have to check that. Protect a sandal palmetto. A sandal is sable palmetto. Yeah, you could protect any hardy palm in zone 4. You just have to do it right. I recently posted Washingtonia robusta in Hong Kong. Okay, there's so many people posting on that site. More, I wasn't really on there much last night. Good for you, Logan. You're a smart kid. I'll have to make a video on the saw palm. Somebody's okay. Saw palmetto, Serrano repens. Yeah, Jason, you can grow anything anywhere you want if you're willing to put some effort into it. I posted the people who love palm tree. Okay, I'm going to check it, Jane. After I do this live stream, I will go on to people who love palm trees. I'll go to maybe an hour. Okay, I'll maybe go for another 4 minutes here, and then I'm going to check it out because I can have some more chili. Wendy made some chili, and it was to die for. And another place I'd like to see is Hong Kong. Hong Kong, because there's so many palms there. And I know you posted some pictures of coconut palms growing in Hong Kong before, Jane. So did you guys know that coconut palms actually grow in Hong Kong? Jane did post some pictures of Cocos nucifera growing in Hong Kong, which I thought was pretty cool. And I think that was the question asked. Do coconut palms grow in Hong Kong? And proof was in the pudding with Jane's photos she posted on People Who Love Palm Trees. Yes, Jane has proven it. There are coconut palms in Hong Kong, which I think is pretty cool. I guess it's like a subtropical climate in Hong Kong. So yeah, but I'm gonna have to check out the Bismarckia. So when I get to, if any of you guys are on Facebook, go to the group People Who Love Palm Trees and Exotic Plants. And anyway, scroll down if you like to see a Bismarckia. Jane's posted a picture of a Bismarckia in there and some Washingtonia robusta in Hong Kong. So I'm going to go there right after this live stream, and I'm going to check it out. I'm glad the live stream's going okay so far. It kind of died out once, kind of at the beginning, but we're going to make it to an hour, and that's a good thing. And I appreciate all you guys dropping in there and saying hi. There's Coconut Palms Siesta Key in Florida. Cool. Oh, I bet you they look nice there too. I posted to People Who Love Palm Trees and Exotic Plants. Okay, Jane, we're going to check it out. I heard in Kennewick, Washington, and Washingtonia. Well, in Edmonds, Washington, Jane, a Washingtonia grew there for about 20 years next to the hospital, but it was kind of like beside a big heat vent, and it finally packed it in. I think it was in 2008. It finally froze, and I've seen pictures of it before in the past. We used to talk about it in the Palm Society meetings, and it finally died, but it was actually a pretty good-sized Washingtonia. But there's Washingtonia growing in Seattle in sheltered areas. Imagine if you had the whole Amazon rainforest. Oh, Logan, that would be just awesome. Or the Hawaiian rainforest. I love it. I just love to live in a rainforest. So we're trying to duplicate that here with hardy palms and exotic plants. So we have a lot of palm trees and exotic plants, and it looks really tropical when you walk through here, but it's not tropical because we're in Canada. There's no tropical plants that really grow outside in Canada, but we kind of mimic the looks of the tropics here. Washington suffered some damage. It did, eh, Jane? And they're hardier. They are actually hardier than Washingtonia robusta. Much more cold hardy, but they do not like, generally don't like high humidity and higher rainfall. But yet, in Maui, I know where there's some nice Washingtonia flifera growing on Maui. Believe it or not, just round from where our condo is, there's some beautiful Washingtonias. There's lots of robusta. Well, robusta are everywhere, but there's some gorgeous Washingtonia flifera, and they're tall too. They've been there a long time. They're growing just before we turn off to Wailea, and they're growing with a bunch of Cyagrus palms. I like the jungle look theme. Yeah, so do I. We went, Logan, when we were in, took the kids to Universal Studios in 2008 in the summer, and we went on the Jurassic ride, the Jurassic theme park thing at Universal Studios. It was awesome. It was just awesome doing that. John Bennett, 4 Washi, 2 trackies, Phoenix. Can't wait to. Yeah, that'll be nice, eh? Oh, John, that's awesome. And there's so much. They make the pool look so much better, don't they? With palm trees around it. Kennewick, Washington is dry. I think it might be in a rain shadow, Jane. We're in a rain shadow here on Salt Spring. You guys know that. And somebody asked me, what is the banana belt? They call this. Looks like it just died off. So I may have to go. Aloha. Bad connection. Anyway, guys, I'm going to probably, and I'm going to go get some more chili. I'm going to go check out Jane's posts on People Who Love Palm Trees and Exotic Plants on Facebook. Can you protect Washington robusta? You'd have to really protect it good. You'd have to box it in and use heat, Jason, definitely. It's probably possible. You'd have to give it a lot of heat. And Mario posted pictures of that palm. Okay, thanks, Jane. That's the one then. Have a blessed day. You too, Jason. Thanks for coming in there. And yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be chopping a lot of firewood. So maybe it'll be later if I do a live stream. I'll be later the day because I'm going to be so busy splitting. I got tons of eucalyptus and Douglas fir wood to split, and then I got to haul it up to the backside of our property by the woodshed. So I split it, I load it in my truck, I drive it up to our next driveway, I throw it into a pile, and Wendy stacks it in the woodshed. So there you go. Sam, thanks for the palm tree emojis. Jace, Jane, you're an awesome lady. Aloha to you in Hawaii. Thanks for joining me on the live stream. Logan, John, and who else is in there? Palmy Pal, and I'm just scrolling up. See how bad my memory is. Scotty and Palms USA and H Huss and Chaser 348. And who else am I missing here? Am I missing anybody else here? Best fertilizer for palm, so many different. There is actually palm food. There is actually a special palm food. You could probably buy it on Amazon. You know what I mean? Lily Miller palm food was a good one I used to use. I actually get palm food from the Palm Society. So I have a bag I use that somebody brought me over from the Palm Society. I forget the numbers on it, but it's specially designed. It's got all the trace minerals that palms need and micronutrients. Have you ever thought about planting a king fern? A king fern. A king fern. Like we have tree ferns in our garden. Is that what you're talking? Is that what you mean, Logan? Look at those. Now we're talking. There's some emojis, Logan. There's some palm tree emojis. I think he's got everybody beat on the palm tree emojis there. And I'm going to figure this out. There's a lot of them there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 72. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 77. Oh, maybe more. Oh, no, I'm miscounting some. God, there could be 100 there. There's a lot of palm trees there. I like that. Anyway, guys, the king fern is the biggest fern species. Well, we grow tree ferns, Logan, and our biggest tree fern has 6 feet of trunk on it, and it's got massive fronds on it. Well, you can see my videos of it. It's big. The trunk is big like a palm tree, and we have a lot of smaller ones in the garden too. So my fertilizer, sulfur in it. You got. Oh, cool. Is that right, Jane? Oh, that's awesome. So you got a special fertilizer for Echeveria. Echeveria is, there's some nice ones growing in Tofino. Hey, like I said, I'm going to be in Tofino in March, so stay tuned for some cool palmy vids and some Echeveria vids, because I know I'll have to check out the king fern. I don't know if we have it in our garden. Wendy collects fern. I'm sure she may have it. We have a chain fern. We have a giant chain fern. We have ostrich ferns, and most of the ferns we grow are evergreen. So anyway, guys, I'm going to roll now. I'm going to say cheers and aloha to all of you guys. And I thank you so much for, look into it. Look on Amazon, palm food, or ask your local garden center, John, for a palm fertilizer. They, like I say, mine came from the Palm Society for almost anything. Is that right? Do you know the numbers on it, Jane? Maybe you could post that on People Who Love Palm Trees. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to check out your picture, because I got a comment on that, Jane, because I love Bismarckia. The king fern has fronds 16 feet tall. Wow. 16 feet tall. Holy cow. 13, 13, 13. Okay, because there's actually a triple 14 too. A lot of people like to put on plants called Osmocote or Nutricote, and it's a slow release. So I use a slow release on some of my palms, and most of them I just use manures on them. I just use bag manure around the outdoor palm trees. So okay, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to roll and go grab some more dinner. The time here is 7:33 p.m. I think it's around 6 degrees Celsius, something like that, 5.5, 6 degrees Celsius. Okay, John, thanks for coming in there. And you guys join in anytime. And thanks for everybody's input and information. You guys are always a fountain of information. We're always learning stuff from each other. So have a great evening. What's left of it, like I say, we are at 7:33 p.m. Pacific time. Have a great day tomorrow, and cheers and aloha. 17 Fahrenheit. Stay warm, Sam. Stay warm. Logan, if that's not there in another week, you let me know, and I'm going to send you another package, because that really makes me mad that the post office messed up on that, because I went and waited in line to mail that. You know, it's not easy getting into the post office here, Logan. You have to wait in a lineup to get in. Okay. So let me know, Logan, in another week from now. Maybe next live stream. Okay. So next weekend I'll do a live stream. And Logan, you make sure you come in and let me know, because I'm going to be doing the draw too. And if it's not there, then I'll send you another one. All right. Aloha. Cheers. And see you guys later. Take care, Jane, over in Hawaii, and everybody else in there. And thank you so much for joining in, and stay safe out there. And we will see you next live stream, which will, if I do one tomorrow, it'll either be on Jungle Joe C or it'll be on this one. Okay. Or it could be on Wendy's channel too. Could be on Gulf Island Rock. And then I could go around the garden on her little iPhone. All right. Cheers to you. Bye now.